During the Premier's daily update today, we got some hints as to what's next in the province's pandemic strategy. Let's start with schools. The Education Minister said the plan at this point is to have them resume in September, and details will be released by the end of this month.
By the end of June, and give some certainty to everyone that we're coming up with a plan that will keep your child safe, but allow them to return in the fall. That is the plan for September. And obviously build a protocol that gives confidence to parents, but also to our staff as well.
But it's highly unlikely the school year will be what students are used to. School boards are preparing for a range of possibilities on how to keep socially distant classrooms, especially given the concern of a second wave. The Toronto District School Board confirmed to City News today that one option being considered is staggered weeks. A student could go to school for 2 days one week, for example, and 3 days the following week. Ultimately, though, boards will take direction from the Ministry of Education. Now, Premier Ford acknowledged post-secondary students will also need help, but he did not release any details on what that help could look like. And if you're missing sitting out on your favorite restaurant patio on a gorgeous day like today, an announcement on that is coming in the next few days. But whether you can sit on that patio may depend on where you live in the province.
Well, that's one of the areas that we're looking at with the regional opening, and we had a real good conversation with caucus and cabinet. I know a lot of people in the rural areas want that. That's on the health table right now, and they'll make those decisions within the week.
Yesterday, Premier Doug Ford came under criticism for saying Canada does not have the same deep-rooted racism as the U.S. Well, today, he took a very different tone in the legislature.
There's systemic racism across this country. A lot of us have never lived that. We've never walked a mile in someone's shoes that has faced racism. And not only just in the Black community, a lot of minority communities throughout the history of Ontario and Canada have faced racism. And our government won't stand for it. I won't stand for it as Premier. And we will do everything we can in our powers and work collectively with other parties to stamp this out.
Now, two Liberal MPPs and former ministers, Michael Coteau and Mitzi Hunter, are calling on the Ford government to restore full funding to the Anti-Racism Directorate. Now, yesterday I asked the Premier about that, and he maintained the budget had not been cut. However, the Liberals say the money may be on a line in the budget, but $2 million of it, roughly a third, is not being spent. I am waiting for a response to this from the Ford government.